Have you ever seen the leader of a country? They have the position of power, but you find yourself wondering, who's really running that country? Well, that's what you call having power, but not authority. Let's talk about that today. I'm Dr. Lisa Ann Chung, a political leadership strategist, author of the book Political Change, and president for Kenley College, where we provide leadership training and strategy for new and aspiring politicians. History records a period where you have these two Middle Eastern leaders. One is the king, and the other is a mercenary leader who everyone, including the king, knew was going to replace him on the throne. The king has the position of power, but he doesn't have authority. Even some of the king's own tribe switched to the mercenary leader because this mercenary leader carries the weight of authority that they didn't see with the king. And those people who switched to support the mercenary leader, many of them were willing to give their lives for him. While the king's army and supporters grew less and less, the people who came and supported the mercenary leader continued to increase in number. One of the things that I found very interesting with the mercenary leader was his ability to not only identify, but to delegate leadership authority to those who came under his command. So we've got two leaders. One has the kingship position power, and the other doesn't have that position power, but carries the weight of authority with the people. And sometimes when you have an insecure leader, they're a very dangerous person. Here's why. Because they fail to be able to lead through inspiration. So what do? They force their power on the people, even if it means they destroy your inalienable rights. They don't have any regard for your civil and political rights. Why? Because they feel that they've got to try to prove themselves. And I wonder if sometimes who they're trying to prove themselves to is more them than you. This kind of leader, because they lack the authority, are using their power position and the might of their power position to compensate for the lack of authority. Now, the mercenary leader has the authority. He has the authority that the king should have had. When crucial decisions need to be made and action needs to be taken, watch what happens. The people are going to look to the one who has the weight of authority even before they look to the one who has position power. So this is playing out in office politics. You've seen it maybe when you're in meetings, you've seen it with boards. Regardless of where it is, there is a power play. Now, what happens is the people in the meeting, for example, will look to the one who carries the weight of authority before they look to the directive or take the directive from the one who has the position of power. I can't tell you why it happens. It just goes to show that authority carries more weight than power. So, next time you're in a meeting, look at the dynamics of that meeting. Who is the one in the room with the power? Who is the one in there with the authority? And how do the people respond to both? You're going to have the most impact when the power position you have matches up to the authority you have. But if you've got to have a mismatch, here's the secret. You want to have your authority being greater than your power, because what you can do is use the weight of your authority to have influence with the person who's in the position of power. And use the weight of your authority for good, of course, for political change. Now, if you have not yet got my book on political change, is a good time to get it now. I'll leave a link to it in the description box. So you might be wondering, well, how does this play out today? What's the significance of understanding the king and the mercenary leader in those ancient times? Simple. The power plays, the people who are in position of power today, whether it's local, national, or even a global scale, they're just the front face. What really matters and who really counts in the decisions those people take are the ones who have the position of authority. See, the ones who have the positions of authority in a lot of cases in today's world are not seen. They're behind the scenes and they're moving people and situations as if it's a chess game. And my concern is, are they using their authority for evil, or are they using it for good political change? If you want to learn how to increase your authority as you step into a political position, then you need to sign up for our certificate in government and political leadership at Kenley College. It's an accredited program, and I'll leave the link to it in the description box. Now that's it for today. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.